Hey, it's the wrestling snob, Adam Lavelle. WrestlingDoneRight.com, the Noah Network, baby. We're here to look at Pro Wrestling Noah's next show. That is tomorrow morning here on the East Coast of the United States, early in the morning. If this is live on Wrestle Universe, it says it is going to be on Wrestle Universe, but I cannot understand the interpretation if it is live or not. I have to see if Hisami can help us out with that. But doesn't matter to me because even if it is, I won't be able to watch it live. I got to go to work 5:30 in the morning, or I get up to get ready at 5:30 in the morning. So I'll be watching this as soon as I'm able, and I want to be able to watch it soon because this looks like a great show that I want to cover. I'm talking about Monday, September 23rd, Sunny Voyage 2024. This is at now, here I go, trying to pronounce Japanese names. Shizuoka Act City, Hamamatsu. That's where this is located. Again, tomorrow morning. We're going to scroll down here at the bottom, take a look at the card. For some reason, the pictures aren't coming there. They're starting to come in. All right, we're going to start with the first matchup. I'm going to give you a little bit of thoughts on it and my prediction. Let me know what you think. What are your predictions on these? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Am I right? Am I somewhere in the middle? Let's talk about it. It is Pro Wrestling Noah Sunny Voyage tomorrow morning. Yoshitatsu taking on Daiki Odashima in the first match. Yoshitatsu, I saw him in All Japan a couple years ago. I haven't watched All Japan in a while. It's good. I have nothing against it. Well, I'm not into Eichmann or whatever his name is in his magic suit jacket. But other than that, I think All Japan's pretty good. I might check it out again sometime, but look, I am Noah, baby. Yoshitatsu Odashima had a hell of a match against Keno. He didn't really come close to winning or almost pull the upset or anything like that, but he looked really, really good, and he was very passionate, and he wouldn't even shake Keno's hand afterward, and Keno seemed to respect that. He'll probably lose again. Oh, he's going to lose here again. Come on. He's going to have a bunch of seniors come in here and beat him the hell up while he fights from underneath with all his power, might, strength, and determination. But that's what all of the young guys do. It's what all the dojo guys do. But once in a while you get one that there just seems to be something special about, and there seems to be something special about Daiki Odashima. He'll put a good match to Yoshitatsu, but Yoshi will win it. Next, we got a three-way match. Those of you who know me know that I'm not big into 3- and 4-way matches. I'm not into multi-man matches because it's just hard to have good wrestling psychology. But if anyone can have some good psychology in a 3-way match, it's Pro Wrestling Noah and their booking and their style and the way that they work a match. This is Tadasuke versus Junta Miyawaki versus Yu Owada. This should be very good. Yu Owada is always capable of an upset. He's the uprising, about 1 year, a little more, 13, 14 months of experience, I believe. Very passionate. I can even see some Katsuyori Shibata in this guy a little bit, just a little bit. I'm not saying they're the same, but I see the same kind of grit and determination in him. Junta Miyawaki not only returned from excursion with some new hair color, he came back with some more skill. He looks really good here. He could easily get the win, and it would still be an upset because Tadasuke is the senior here. He's the rock star. He's the member of the Rattels, one of the most famous factions, if you will, in all of Pro Wrestling Noah history, in my opinion, or at least recent history, put it that way. And they are back, even though they're a little bit different. They are back, and Tadasuke should win this, probably with his spinning toe hold as he rocks out with his headband, and right? But look, Owada and Miyawaki are capable of getting this win, especially Miyawaki. I would argue that Miyawaki needs it more, and I could almost pick him for that reason, but I'll stick with the senior in this matchup, Tadasuke pulling it off. Next up, we got a real interesting tag team. Mohamed Yone teaming with Kai Fujimura. That's not really crazy. I'm pretty sure they've teamed before. But they're taking on Asuka and Super Crazy. Now, there's a team. Asuka and Super Crazy. I ought to pick them just because it's such a wild team, just because it's such a crazy pairing. Plus, I think Asuka needs a win after losing his junior championship, so I look for him to beat Kai Fujimura here. But look, don't look past Super Crazy or Mohamed Yone. Both veterans, but both still very strong, very skilled, very wily here. But I think Asuka pulls it out. I like this tag team matchup. Next, we got Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf. I always forget the name of their team, and I'll mispronounce it. Gol Poldaro, something like that. Forgive me, I'm likely wrong. I'll get it eventually. I wish it would be printed here by Noah, but that's not their fault. Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf taking on Ulka Sasaki. Oh, great guy. Man, I love this guy. Straight out of MMA, come into wrestling. I haven't seen anyone pick up pro wrestling so quick since Kurt Angle. I'm not saying Sasaki and Angle are the same. I'm just saying Sasaki has picked wrestling up, pro wrestling up, about as quick as Kurt did out of the MMA world. He's teaming with Eita. Ulka Sasaki and Eita. I can almost see Eita pulling some rule breaker out of Ulka Sasaki. I'm not talking about, anything crazy, but I could maybe some aggressiveness, put it that way. And if Ulka Sasaki could use a touch of something, it would be a little bit more aggressiveness. He has it sometimes, but I think he could use it more. So I think you'll see it pulled out here. But I think Bane and Wolf are going to win this because Wolf, or Dragon Bane, is sort of hyper motivated because Eita came out at the last show dressed in a Dragon Bane mask and mocked him for the first, quarter, almost half of the match. And I think Eita loves to mock people, loves to tease people, loves to give them baths in the middle of the ring. Those of you who have been watching Noah long enough know what I mean by that. But Dragon Bane, he's got an edge to him. He's got an edge as well, him and Wolf. You want to get down in the dirt, they'll get down in the dirt. And I think if Eita pulls Sasaki down there and forces Bane and Wolf to come down there with them, that's advantage Bane and Wolf. I really do believe that. And again, you motivated Dragon Bane with that mask wearing mockery, and I think he'll pay for it. I think the brothers win this matchup. Two single matches. Let's look at them both because they're both related. We got Yohei versus Hajime Ohara and Hayata versus Atsushi Kotogi. These are the four guys, the four wrestlers that are going to face off for the Junior Tag Team Championship next month. I think it's next month. It might be the end of, we're almost at the end of this month. It's coming up soon. And they've split them up into singles here. Yohei versus Ohara, I think goes to Ohara. I just feel Ohara needs a win. I think he's got something to prove. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. And Yohei can sometimes, especially when he's back in the Rattels like he is now, can be a little cocksure, can be a little overconfident, a little bit cocky, wants to, sort of glide around like he's a hummingbird or something. And I think Ohara clips his wings and wins this. Hayata versus Kotogi, I think, is the other way around. Kotogi's a hell of a wrestler. Even enjoyed a stint on the heavyweight roster for a time. Didn't quite make it to the top there. Came back to the junior heavyweights, which is fine. He's not a heavyweight. And Hayata. Hayata is the quiet, sort of stealthy wrestler. And he's like that in real life from everything I understand. But he works sort of a violent style that you don't expect from him, right? Kotogi knows him like the back of his hand. They know each other tremendously. So neither one of these guys are going to fool the other. But I think Hayata's just a little bit tougher. And that'll give him the win. So I think we split this. The Rattels lose the first one. Yohei goes down to Ohara. And the Rattels win the second one. The champions win the second one. The junior champions. Hayata beats Kotogi. That's what I think. And we got a very interesting match. Another interesting tag team match. The Beast, the Monster of the heavyweight division. Manabu Soya is teaming up with the Beast, the Monster of the junior heavyweight division, Shuji Kondo. I just find that remarkable. These are two of the toughest, strongest men in Noah. One in the heavyweight division, one in the junior. Kondo could work the heavyweight division without a problem, as you will see here. But man, they're taking on Helgijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. and his brother, Galando del Mar, which means... what does that mean? Doctor, dirty doctor, bad doctor, something like that. Evil doctor, I think. Excuse me. I don't know my translations, but I'm trying. This is going to be tremendous. These are going to be four beasts just trying to destroy each other, outpower each other. And Del Mar and Wagner Jr. have the advantage of being legitimate brothers. Legitimate brothers. Del Mar has the advantage of being gigantic, bigger than all the other three men at 300 and some odd pounds and 6'2", 6'3". He's huge. I compared him. They don't work the same. They aren't the same. But he just brings me flashbacks of Big Van Vader. He's still much greener than Vader was in his prime, of course. He's still growing. And when he grows to his full potential, I'm not saying he's going to be Vader. But the way he walks in the ring and commands respect with his look and his intimidation reminds me of someone like Vader. You just looked at Vader and thought, oh, shit, I got to face this guy? And that's sort of what it feels like with Galano Del Mar. It really does. And I think the brothers have an advantage. Manabu Soya is the champion. This is a preview match for his upcoming match against Wagner Jr. for the national title. And I love Manabu Soya. I love that he's getting a push finally. I love the idea of him teaming with Kondo here. They are former members of Congo, so they probably teamed together in the past. I'm just not remembering. I'm not saying it's new, but it's interesting. But even though they have the experience of teaming in Congo, and even though I think Manabu Soya is awesome, I think the brothers stand a big advantage here because of the size of Galano Damar and because of the fact that their brothers have been wrestled as a tag team all over the world for years now. So I think the Crash Tag Team Champions, a company I'm not really interested in, but they are the tag team champions of Lucha Crash or whatever it's called. And I think they win this just due to their experience together as a team, but it's going to be great. And then we're already to the main event here, discussing the main event where it's all rebellion. That being Kaito Kiyomiya, the GHC heavyweight champion, the old Fist King himself there, the English translation of Keno, and Alejandro, who was incredible on today's or yesterday's show. He looked incredible. He stood in there against the heavyweights and held his own. He has a pin on Takashi Zagura to his credit. And they're taking on Takashi Zagura, Naomichi Marufuji, and Masa Kitamiya. And I'm telling you, Zagura is pissed. He is pissed. Not just that he lost, but that he was pinned by a junior, quite a small junior, and Alejandro. And I think that's going to motivate them to win. I look for Segura to get the pin on Alejandro because he's not going to stop until he gets this guy and gets his win back. I promise you. You know, I'm a big fan of All Rebellion. I like Marufuji and Segura. I love all 6 of these guys. Alejandro, I was okay with, but watching his recent performance, man, I am all aboard this guy. He really showed me that he's the real deal now. He's been in Noah for a number of years. He has learned, and he has stepped the hell up. But I think Segura wrings his neck for pinning him just a few days ago and gets the win for Marufuji, Segura, and Kitamiya, where Kitamiya will technically have a win, 2 wins, because he beat Kiyomiya yesterday in a tag match, and if his team beats Kiyomiya's team again, that gives him a pretty big psychological advantage going into their heavyweight championship match. So that's how I look at the show. I think this show looks great. It's a preview show full of tag teams and mixed tag teams and multi-man and some singles. I'm really thrilled. I'm really happy about those single matches. I really am. But still, even though some may see this and think it's not a must-watch, to me it is. It looks that good. It looks that interesting to me. I'm excited for it. So I will get it watched sometime during the week if it's up on Wrestle Universe right away and get my thoughts out as soon as I can. I may have to spread it out during the week because I'm telling you, I have long days. I often work 50-hour weeks. I am tired. My job is somewhat, I love it, but it's somewhat stressful and tiring. But I will do my best to get this show watched. And hopefully next week, up there where the Steiner brothers are, I'll be moving them somewhere on my shelf and putting my new replica GHC Heavyweight Championship up there. Okay, that's my Wrestling Done Right Championship up there in the corner. But I'm Adam Lavelle of WrestlingDoneRight.com. I'm the wrestling snob. I'm the old man wrestling fan. I'm the founder and creator of the IIWC, the Intelligent Internet Wrestling Community. Who are those people? It's you. Fans and followers of Pro Wrestling Noah, the greatest wrestling on earth, Wrestling Done Right. I'll be back with another video before you freaking know it.